shit. Hey, guess what? We weren't live. We were live, and then when I'm trying to figure that out, I turned it off. Holy shit.
That's funny.
All right. Well, we didn't get too far.
Hopefully everyone's stuck around. I can't.
And you see us? Yeah, they're all talking. Like I just glanced over and I was like, oh, we can't see anything. Wow, 20 minutes in, maybe we can start the fucking stream. I'm sorry.
Yeah, God. Yeah, that's right. Let me see if I can.
All right. Can you see us now?
Yeah. Let's see.
Now it's live. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I want to keep. See, Firefox, it doesn't let me adjust the camera. I really like going horizontal. Oh well.
Huh.
Not a big deal, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it works as opposed to what we were doing.
Yeah. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. But yeah, I appreciate everyone sticking around. But all right, well, we were on Twilight Fall.
Yeah. So
I'll show it again.
Yeah, so nobody saw any of that. So if you want to go back and do that.
Yeah. We kind of just jumped right into it, the discography. Yeah, I'll show it again. This is the newer cover art done by Sir Gorgoroth. This is a 2020 reissue, but I would like to get the original copy at some point. I don't know if you can even find it these days. I haven't bothered looking for it, but
was it on vinyl before that?
What's that?
Was it on vinyl before that?
Before this reissue, I don't think it was. Not with the original art.
Oh, okay.
But I also didn't seek this album until around that time, 2020. So it was like one of those things where I couldn't really afford a whole lot of albums up to that point.
Right.
So when I saw this had been reissued, I saw that cover art, and I'm like, yeah, I have to get up on that. But yeah, it's like I said earlier, it kind of reminds me of that Greek scene. It's a very lush sound. So just catching everyone else up on what I said about that demo. But,
yeah, so I'll jump into mine then. This is my CD copy.
Yeah.
Twilight Fall, the original art. Originally came out in 1995. It was a demo on SMS Factory, cassette only. So this is a later CD reissue from Oriana Records, which is their label.
Yeah. I like a lot.
Yeah, like we were talking about. Like we were talking about when nobody could hear us. So why am I fucking mentioning it? It definitely, they have a foot in death metal still. I didn't really go through the history. Originally came from a band called Separation that was pure death metal.
Oh, they kicked ass.
Oh, okay. I saw there was a comp that I have not heard. I need to get it
right now.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah, I just found out that they had reissued those demos on a compilation. I think it came out in like 2022.
Okay.
I just never thought to look for it because I didn't think they would release it, but I can't remember the name of it. But that's some killer death metal with some nice keys thrown in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've only heard a couple of tracks that they had on one of their comps.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ecclesiastical Blasphemy it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely need to get that.
I got my copy of Shadow Kingdom, so it should be on there, or Hell's Headbangers, and assume they have like multiple copies.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, that's really like awesome, crunchy, old school death metal. And Vargoth's vocals on there are just crazy powerful. So
it's in my Hell's Headbangers cart when I pulled the trigger on my next order. So
right on.
Yeah, so Separation then became Crystalline Darkness, who only did, I believe, one little 2-song demo before they changed their name to Nocturnal Mortum.
Yeah.
So then this was the first under the Nocturnal Mortum name. Yeah, like Trevor's saying, sounds like more like a Greek album than anything from Eastern Europe. Really cool heavy metal solos on it, which is not something they're really known for. But there are parts here and there that kind of point the way to where they're going, like the opening melody of "Cry of Ukrainia."
Mhm.
That sounds like Nocturnal Mortum, and there's more symphonic elements in there.
Definitely.
We've got some of the songs remind me kind of Nocturnus, like death metal with keys.
For sure. That's kind of what the first band I thought of.
Okay.
But Glass Coffin, that's my jam on there. I think that's where they kind of pick up the intensity.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. Yeah, so a lot of like interludes and then just kind of lengthy songs. So definitely not typical of the band. That I wrote down something that probably doesn't make sense, but to me this doesn't sound like Nocturnal Mortum, but you can tell it's the band who made Lunar Poetry, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Which, speaking of, jump right in Lunar Poetry.
Oh my gosh, there we go. Beautiful.
26. Hell yeah. That's where I think some of the members departed right after this, because it's still the same lineup of mainly like the Separation dudes. And I think they were like, yeah, let's probably go into a more death metal direction after this. But see, I can't, with the camera vertical like that, it's hard to tell where to hold shit. But yeah, I mean, the one track I'm really not crazy about is their Celtic Frost cover, Sorrows of the Moon, which I don't really.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not like a big fan of that track anyway, but I honestly prefer Celtic's version because it's a little more beefy in the guitars.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't like that whole vocal cadence, that whining that's going on.
Yeah.
I understand like what they were going for. Celtic Frost, that is, but it just sounds a little goofy to me, and Nocturnal Mortum pretty much emanating it the same way. It's just kind of, but the outro with the keys and the drums, Barbarian Dreams, that's one of my favorite outros ever.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, love it.
So,
I'll show, this is the original the End Records release.
Oh, badass.
This came out, I think this is the last thing they did with, this came out in 2001 on the End, and they severed their ties right after that.
Yeah.
Has the original cassette cover inside there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Nothing, no, it's just like I think it's just like a band photo inside or whatever. Oh, it's got the the controversial new logo they had inside.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lunar Poetry. I mean, this is it. This is where they become who they are.
The big moon shot they got in here.
Oh, nice. Let's see. Yeah, just awesome pagan folk melodies all over the place on this. They really crank up the keys and the symphonics. The guitars are a little bit back.
Yeah.
But it works, man. I like it. But a little bit of I guess you would call it necro sound. I mean, they were a demo band in Ukraine. They didn't have a lot of resources, but it's clear. You can hear everything.
Which is crazy how well produced those demos are.
Yeah.
Like as far as dirty.
I can't believe they considered it a demo, but
yeah, me neither. Perun Celestial Silver, that's another favorite track of mine.
Oh yeah, kind of a signature song.
Yeah,
right off the bat. And oh my friggin' the song "In Winter Becomes," I just want to fucking run through a wall when I hear it. Just like, "And winter becomes," so friggin' it just jacks me up.
Paces that they incorporate on throughout that fucking demo. It's just they know when to hit it in full stride. So there's always like a build up to that climax.
Yeah.
And
yep.
Yeah, they just go for the throat in some parts. Well, yeah, like I said, that Celtic Frost cover kind of dims it a little bit for me.
I get it. I like it. I kind of like the cheap synth strings on it. I mean, it's. I get it. It probably doesn't belong on the album, and I think they agree when they redid it. It was not included, but yeah. In Barbarian Dreams, just kind of got that the Mystico Vargoth Darkestra kind of feel to it, and or old John Carpenter, just that really simple keyboard melody to take us out. I really like. I had to wear my brand new Mystico Vargoth Darkestra shirt. I was very proud to get a shirt of the most incomprehensible logo of all time.
Yeah, and I still need to pick up some of that stuff too.
But I got to show the box. I've shown it before, but
yeah,
nice foil stamping on it, and comes with the remastered version in a big digibook hardcover.
Comes with a shirt too, right?
Comes with a shirt, yeah. I have all the shirts pulled out of the boxes, and I'm not sure which shirt goes with what anymore. So I didn't pull out any shirts, but
I should probably
has a big poster in it too, and some patches. That'll be a theme in this video of all the stupid money I've spent on these boxes.
It's worth it. It's gotta be.
I knew, man. They started coming out with these, and I was like, I can't. I'm not buying those. And then when Verity came out, it came out in one of those boxes, and I got that box, and then I was like, well, now I got to buy them all, and now I have. So
yeah, I wanted to get the LP of it, like whatever copy, just because it's such a gorgeous cover, and it is becoming more frequently available on LP. But yeah, I like those digibooks they've been cranking out too. Because I'm not a fan of digipacks whatsoever. So, but when it comes out in like a hardcover,
yeah,
that just looks extremely professional. And the fact that they got 20 pages in each of them. But,
just wanted to say hi to John and Roger. Just joined us. Thanks guys. Appreciate it.
Oh, how are you? Oh, let's see the chat.
See, wow. Whenever I'm a guest, I can't see the chat. I don't know how to do that, so I can't help you on that.
See, there's like 51 comments. Like, goddamn.
We're blowing up, man. We're taking over YouTube. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. About time. Been waiting for it. But,
yeah, Dylan. It's, I defy anyone to pick out all the letters of this logo. It's freaking crazy, but. I didn't, in case you didn't know, sorry, I didn't explain. This is, Vargoth's side of Nokturnal Mortum side project that kind of started as like dungeon synth and then kind of went in other directions. So that was Lunar Poetry. I'm gonna move on to Goat Horns.
I was gonna show you a compilation of a couple of releases that came out in '97.
Okay.
You jump into that. This is the Marble Moon and Return of the Vampire Lord. Which, this is where they're really starting to heat up. What's his? I always forget his name. Munruthel on drums. Really take it up a notch. And these guys, I think Vargoth's finally finding his vocals a bit more.
Yeah.
As far as like the intense delivery. What the hell was that?
I don't know.
I heard a loud ping. I'm hearing shit. Yeah, I like the covers too.
Nice.
Like the case of the vinyl. But yeah, leading up to Goat Horns. So I just wanted to show those releases real quick. And they come with some terrible cover songs. I don't know if you want me to get into those.
Oh, the are you talking about the Wasp and
Slayer South of Heaven?
Yeah.
It's
not great.
I mean, you could tell they're inspired by Wasp in the guitar tone that they've carried throughout the years, because their solos especially are really like 80s heavy metal-esque. But yeah, the Vargoth's vocals on on a Wild Child are just not really my thing.
No.
Fit nicely, and the timing on South of Heaven's just straight up bad. So,
I think the Motorhead one is the closest to being acceptable.
Oh yeah, Death Forever. Yeah, it's.
Well, I'll show while you're getting out goat horns. I just have the CD of the Return of the Vampire Lord and Marble Moon double EP there. Return of the Vampire Lord it should have been on Lunar Poetry. I was assuming it wasn't done at the time or something, but really fits in with that kind of aesthetic. And they did include it when they re-recorded it, so I think that says what they think about it. Just kind of a step forward from Lunar Poetry to me. A lot beefier guitars, and they started incorporating the 2 keyboards on that one.
Yeah.
And then we've got and then the other 2 tracks on that EP are the Crystalline Darkness demo, which I don't know. I don't have a ton to say about.
No. The on the Moonlight Path demo version kicks ass. That's probably my favorite. Between the 2 is that freaking demo. That's like my pretty much my pick as far as favorite tracks on there. But I mean, they're both really solid EPs to me. I think.
Does your copy have the Burzum and Graveland covers on it?
It's got the My Journey to the Stars.
Yeah. Okay.
It's got the Graveland cover on there. Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing I got then. Okay.
Which I think for anyone interested, I think that compilation just got reissued again this year, so it's readily available once again. But yeah, since you bust out goat horns, we'll jump into that.
Yep, let's go.
So yeah, again, these digibooks, man, just killer. Like the embossment on there comes with the album poster, both sides. I've always liked the purple shading more myself.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
But again, they kind of go back into that more lush sound that Twilight Fall had, at least to my ears. Dialing it back a little bit. But I thought it sounded, it's not one of my favorites. I think I've told you that privately. Not one of my favorites, but I still dig it quite a bit. It's just not something that really gets my blood boiling, really.
Okay, yeah. Well, for me, this was my first one, so it'll always be kind of special to me.
Yeah.
This is the End Records version. And yeah, I didn't know what to expect when I saw this. I saw the inverted crosses and the goat head, and I was like, probably not going to dig this. But
yeah,
it's extremely easy to listen to. I mean, it's so melodic, and the double keyboards just really add to that. I really liked the opener, the Black Moon Overture, and then kind of the melody from that. Leading into the next one, which is what Kuyavia.
That's how I pronounce it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like the folk melodies. They're way up front, but they're not too kind of jaunty and merry, which I think they fell on the wrong side of a bit later.
Yeah.
When it feels like you're at like a polka.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah, it definitely doesn't come off as hokey to me. It's just like I said, it's not really something that sounds angry to me. It's definitely a nice, relaxing listen as far as like a black metal release. It's something that you can, cook your breakfast to and not feel the urge to hit shit with the pan. But
yeah, there's definitely a reduction in the hatred and menace of Lunar Poetry.
The drumming is kind of light, a little more,
Anything else? Kolyada is on here, kind of an anthem of theirs that they would re-record later, kind of a live favorite. And while we're talking about it, I've got this reissue for after that with the red cover.
Oh, damn, I've never seen that. The all red.
All red. It came out 2004.
Damn.
And this has the awesome Wild Child cover on it, which I know we all celebrate.
Come and love me. I want you.
Like I don't want to. I mean, they speak better English than I do Ukrainian, but the English as a third language, it didn't work. I've got the box as well.
Oh man. Yeah, that's sick.
Got a flag in there. I'm not gonna unfold all the shit, but got a flag, got a pin, shirt, poster, and then the digibook version as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump on some of those boxes if they're still available.
I think they are. Like, I freaked out when I saw they were limited to like 222, but I think they're not. I don't think they're flying off the shelves. I think they're still out there.
Okay, yeah, it's just a matter of space for me. Like, I'm running out of space for.
And they're like, I think when I got them, they were 50, but then shipping was like another 25.
Yeah,
I think they bumped the prices up now because I'll show it later, but they just put out a new one that I bought and it was 75 plus shipping.
Yeah, I think I saw Verity on Hells for like 66 and I passed up on it. I'm pretty sure it's gone now, but I'm kind of kicking myself for it.
Yeah, I mean, they do. Some of them do turn up here, but the problem is, like, if you want a specific size of shirt, you're gonna get whatever came over here, and hopefully you get lucky. But
yeah, I don't think they have a lot of XLs. That's
yeah.
Reasons I didn't bother. But yeah. So next one, this is where they get really pissed off to the gates of blasphemous fire. So I think they had this is the last one with Korpath on is it Korpath or Korpath? I would say Korpath.
Yes. I don't know. Whatever you want.
Yeah, well, that other one. Yeah, the last one with him on guitars. And again, on the Moonlight Path, which I did the demo for on the Marble Moon and Return of the Vampire Lord compilation. But yeah, I like the artwork throughout this booklet here. This is another one of those digibooks. I think this is from 2016. Okay. 2016 is when they pumped out a lot of these digibooks.
Yeah.
That's around the time like I got like pretty obsessed with them, so I started picking up all these digibooks. What's up, Steve?
How's it going, Steve? I know you're at work or getting ready to go to work, so thanks for checking in. I appreciate it.
Even going back to this album, that's where they started, I think, kind of putting on the weird polka melodies here and there. It's not too much, but like overkill of it, but they're starting to incorporate that a little bit. And but I would still say it's one of my top favorites of theirs, just because of how aggressive it is.
Yeah. I'm just gonna, rather than trying to type it out, Dylan asked where to start. I would say early Lunar Poetry for sure. And later I would go. We might have some differing opinions on this. I would say Voice of Steel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Voice of Steel. That's the album that really got me into them. I was fucking blown away by that record. But I'll hold off on it for now.
Okay. I'll go through again my various editions because I'm a fucking collector scum weirdo. This is To the Gates of Blasphemous Fire, the End Records version.
Yeah.
I didn't think I mentioned they were on the End in America and I think Nuclear Blast everywhere else at the time. And then I've got the 2004 re-release. This has the awesome South of Heaven cover on it. And then the box, of course, the box. And this is kind of a lame box. It's just black, but it's got the logo and foil on the back. They would try harder in later ones. And yeah, this has the digibook that you just showed.
Yeah.
And a flag and a shirt and etc. But so this one, I feel like I like this way more than Goat Horns, but I had to hear Goat Horns first. It was like training wheels to get to this for me. If I just heard this right away, I would just be like, this is just noise. I don't know what's happening. Just from where I was coming from and the stuff that I had been
chaotic.
Yeah, it's super savage, blast beats all over the place. I actually did an email interview with them at this time. And I asked about the change from Goat Horns to this. And Vargoth said that they felt like Goat Horns sounded too much like a fairy tale. And they wanted to correct that with this album.
Yeah. It's very, I wasn't too big on the Goat Horns the first time I heard it. Eventually I would appreciate it more, but yeah, I just thought it was like way too key heavy as opposed to guitar heavy. And especially at that time, I was a little hard nosed on keyboards. You know, if I heard keyboards, they would have to be way back in the mix, and the guitars would have to be up front and in your face.
Right.
But over the years, I've softened up to it, probably because of all the new wave I've been listening to the last 10 years as well. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've all had that hard line about stuff in our past, and then
for sure
rethought it. But yeah, like you said, man, On the Moonlight Path is freaking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The 13th Asbath celebration, I really like that. The Give Us the Power chorus, I really like a lot. Yeah. The triumphant ending, I feel like that's like kind of the centerpiece of the whole album. And then the closer, The Forgotten Age of Victory, is just triumphant and powerful, and there's some kind of rousing speech going on in the background at the end that maybe I don't want to know what it says. I don't know, but
yeah,
sounds of battle, and it's just super awesome. A real change and kind of building on what they had, but taking it to the next level.
I'll just interject real quick. The rain is going pretty hard right now, so hopefully everybody can still hear me.
Okay. So far. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
What's up, Dan? I'll be sure to curse out CM Punk for you a bit later.
Oh, dude. We're going to have to just do a live stream about that eventually. I'm not liking where some of these storylines are going, dude. Yeah. When he gets involved, dude, it just kind of ruins wrestling for me.
Yeah, it does. It does.
And
I hate him extra because I used to like him, so that makes it worse.
No, to me, he's like the LeBron James of wrestling. I just can't fucking stand him.
All right, you want to move on?
Yeah. All right, here's the album that I would say probably got him in trouble.
Yep.
Christ. This started a lot of trends. I'll just put it that way. Going both ways. But yeah, you and I have talked about this before. I think in comment sections too. We weren't like the biggest fans of it at one point. At least I wasn't. Like I liked it, but I thought it just sounded kind of unorganized in some spots. Yeah. I initially heard it. It's definitely, I love it a lot more now. But for me, it was initially kind of a grower. But it reminds me of especially Night Before the Flight. Reminds me of like pure Holocaust era Immortal.
Oh yeah, nice. I can hear that. Yeah.
Some of the tracks actually kind of give me that vibe. Just that blistering freaking speed. Vargas vocals kind of getting a little croaky in some spots.
Mm-hmm.
Love how they bring in like guest musicians too. You know, the female vocals, and there's an instrument I wrote down. I can never pronounce it. Sopika. Sopika.
I don't know. Yeah.
We got like timbres on here, reed pipes. They got some violin. But yeah, I enjoyed it. This is one of those albums I actually enjoy more with every listen. It took long enough, but yeah, I'm starting to see the hype.
Yeah, I've seen. I was just, I kind of wrote my own notes, and I actually did like it more. I haven't listened to it in quite a while because it's kind of the one that I'm like, there are better albums that I would rather listen to. I enjoyed it more this time, but I was just going on Metal Archives just to see what people thought. People think this is either 100 or a 0. Like there's no.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm in between. Here's the End Records one. To be their last on the End Records because of some of their statements.
Yeah.
This is the reissue that it basically looks the same. It's just got the Deaf Forever cover on it. And of course, another just kind of plain black box, but has of course had a shirt, has the digibook, and they went really weird on this one. They've got, I'm not going to unwrap it all, but they got like this little fabric thing that is wrapped up 3 rusty nails.
Oh, wow.
To crucify Jesus, I guess. I don't know.
I've seen worse.
There was no explanation as to why that was in there. And then there's like a tiny little candle wrapped up in here.
Yeah.
I don't know. As far as tchotchkes in boxes go, I'd give that a miss, but whatever.
Yeah. There was that band Abruptum, I guess. I don't listen to them, so I don't know any of their releases, but I guess they released a box set that actually had a knife in it, and there was a letter that came with it. It said "kill yourself" or something like that. Yes. I don't know. That's a little too like try hard for me, but
yeah. When I heard that about the Abruptum, I was like, "Oh, that's so fucking evil." But I was a lot younger.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Let's. Where do I have it? Yeah. So I got the Nun 2004 version of Welton Schwang.
Sorry. I just wanted to talk about Nechrist a minute.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No problem. I like it more. It's just like, especially starting out, it seems very chaotic.
Yeah.
The sound is very abrasive, and then they throw the pagan parts in there, and like the first song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
They tone it down. It almost seems like that was the first song they wrote, and then they kind of were honing in on where they wanted to be later. But there's songs on here I don't really care too much about. I don't have the translation. Damn it. The 7th song that's before Jesus' Blood. That one I really liked. That's the one with the female vocals that sounds more like the Nokturnal Mortum that I liked.
Yeah, I think they have the English version written of the appealing. No, I can't fucking read that.
Yeah, I don't know. I wrote down the track number, not the name, and then I didn't follow up. So whatever.
Yeah.
But at the time, Lunar Poetry had not been reissued here yet, and I'd never heard Perun Celestial Silver. So when you get to the 88th track,
nature.
Yeah, and then they have the re-recording of it. That was my favorite song on there, and I was like, oh, okay, this is the band I like.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that was an older song. And the re-recording, I don't think matches up to the original actually, but
well, the 2022 version.
No, the one on the Christ.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is where they start. This is where they had some lyrics that were a bit spicy, and the End Records cut ties with them. I think they lost their Nuclear Blast contract, and then they were kind of off in the wilderness for a while.
I think it was their side project that probably got them in more trouble.
Oh, see, okay.
The Aryan terrorism, which
right.
I read.
Right. Well, I guess I'm going to jump in before we get to Voltshang. How do you say it?
Voltshang. That's how I.
Yeah, I got this first. I ordered it because my supply had dried up. At the end, it was just sending these to me for free, and then all of a sudden, nope. So I'm looking around. I see they got a new EP, and I got it from Supernal in the UK.
Yeah,
Taste of Victory.
Oh,
came in this kind of DVD case, and as you can see, a little bit changed in the logo there.
Yeah,
some good luck symbols. So this is that period. So I guess if you haven't heard this or don't have this, it's 3 songs from Voltshang. I believe they're mixed differently. This is before the album came out.
Yeah.
Same recording, but different mixes. And then there's a song called The Steel Eagle into Golden Sparga, recorded in 2001, that was supposed to be on a split that then didn't happen. So I just kind of wrote some notes about that. What's that? I'm sorry?
Oh, I was saying, yeah. No, I still haven't picked up the Taste of Victory.
Okay. I mean, it's basically got one song you haven't heard. It's 15 minutes, and it probably would have been a good 8-minute song.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of, there's a 3-minute droning guitar intro. Then it kind of gets into it, and it is kind of a bridge between the Christ and what would come later. But then the last 5 minutes is just like a repeating flute and acoustic guitar outro. So it's a bit, it could use some editing for sure. If you can pick up the EP cheap, it's worth having, I think, but nothing essential.
Yeah, I constantly see it go for like $15 to $20, so it's just like I own most of those tracks anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I just always passed on it, but yeah, if I see it for a couple bucks, I'll probably snag it up, just for collector's purposes.
Right. Oh, I'll throw this in too quick. The 11 Years Among the Sheep compilation.
Oh, yeah.
This came out. This is on Unholy Records, which is a NS label from the US.
Yeah.
So it's got some interesting oddities, I guess, on it. Obviously, it's got some album tracks, but it's got the Separation demo, and then this one of their 7 inches. It has I can't remember the name. It doesn't matter. They did a rehearsal demo before Lunar Poetry that was 4 songs that were all on Lunar Poetry, so that's on here. Basically, it's just shittier versions of Lunar Poetry songs. It's not that exciting. And then it's got 4 live songs. Yeah, so nothing you got to get, but I don't know if this is in print anywhere. Unholy Records, as far as I know, doesn't exist anymore. So
yeah, I believe they do.
All right, sorry, I'm done interrupting. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say with the Aryan Terrorism Project, there was a freaking song. I can't remember what it's called, but they were just like calling out Dimmy Borger and Cradle of Filth and Marduk, like all in the same song. And it was just like, dude, this is a guy that's writing the Nokturnal Mortum stuff, like all these like pretty ingenious lyrics for the most part, I think. And then it's just like some 5-year-old would write. I don't know. It was just like really.
It is pretty childish, yeah.
Very like stripped down, just like punky, generic black metal. Yeah. but that I think that got them probably more hate than Nechrist did.
Right.
But
Yeah, that one you kind of had to read the lyric. Nechrist, you had to read the lyrics, and then Aryan Terrorism, there was no masking it.
Yeah. But yeah, as I showed for a little bit, Welton Schwang. So I got obviously the 2005 version, not the initial 2004 release, Ukrainian version. This was from Germany. But yeah, this is kind of where they start evolving. This is probably where people start. I've heard people like really shit on this one. Really, like a lot of the people I talk to, they don't really care for anything after To the Gates of Blasphemous Fire.
Oh,
Really, yeah, like after they started incorporating like more folk elements, people just dipped out. But I don't know. To me, this is where they really start enhancing their product. But for me, but yeah. Let's see. Dance of Fire and I always struggle with reading the friggin' font on these.
the kind of runic font, yeah.
Yeah. That'll be the Heroes, probably be my favorite track on here though.
Okay.
I love that guitar lick in there.
Dylan, they do play live. I know there's some fests they always play in Ukraine. I think, did they play Steel Fest last year, or they were supposed to?
Yeah, they I believe it was 2022. They might have played it last year.
Okay.
Then they had that live double disc,
Yeah.
which sounds amazing. And they got tracks up on YouTube and everything. They put on quite a spectacle too.
Yeah, they do.
I really do. They're live. I mean, they're never going to come here, but
nope. If Horna can't come here, they're never coming here.
Yeah, that's kind of why I gave up on going to shows. Really, just like all my favorite bands are kind of exiled from coming here.
Yeah.
I sort of gave up on that wet dream, but yeah, this is I think this is where they start hitting strides towards their peak.
Yeah.
Adding more of those folk elements, a lot more guest musicianship. I think it's the last one with Moonrathal on drums.
Okay.
By then, he changed his name to Redkin, his like stage name.
Okay.
I believe.
Have you heard any of his solo stuff?
I have not. He definitely is a well-dressed man. I'll say that. Or he's as far as like music, I think he's probably calmed down a bit, unless there's like a project I don't know about.
Yeah, he has a self-titled project that I have a couple things from. I don't know. I should have re-listened to him before this. As I remember, they're fine. It's nothing you're going to go crazy about. But yeah, I'll just quick run through my editions here as the Collector Scum. Here's the Ukrainian edition. I'm not going to try to pronounce it all.
No.
And then the English. This was on No Colors. This was on Oriana, their own label. And then they really stepped it up with this box. I really like this box.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Is this one? Do you know if this is the one where Vargoth took over on leads as well?
I think so. Was he not? Was he the? Because at a certain point, he was the only guitarist for recordings. I think it might be this one.
I think he usually did rhythm, and then I think him and like Satirius pretty much did everything, like even all
on
the
this one.
On this one.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, he's the only. Oh no! Wait, nope. I'm sorry. I'm checking the Oracle. They have Sergei Kontratiev listed as guest lead guitarist.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Okay, he did. I guess he was never considered a member of the band, but he guested also on Voice of Steel.
Oh, okay. They got so many guest musicians; it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, I know. I started out taking notes and doing lineups, and then at a certain point, I was like, "Well, whatever. I'm not gonna." But yeah, this is the in the box double disc version remastered. I think in 2012, and it's got both versions on it, and then a re-recording of Voltenschrang. I'm whatever re-recording that song that they recorded at the same time as the Lunar Poetry re-recording.
Like an updated version. I got the I believe this is the 05 pressing from No Colors Records.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, since pretty much everything else I have is either an LP or a digibook, this one kind of just oddly stands out. So I would like to get it to blend in more with the rest of the catalog they have.
Just like get all those boxes, man. You'll be set.
Yeah. Now find a spot to put them.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't mention their kind of traditional opening. Do you know what that horn is that they use for the openings now? The kind of the battle horn, and
I think I wrote it down. Buka horn.
Is it okay?
I think it's called Buka horn.
They did have that on the Christ, and it will be on every the opening of every recording after that. Just this seems to me like they figured out what they were going for on the Christ.
Yeah.
More kind of martial, triumphant, powerful. And the folk is more integrated into the songs, not, hey, okay, now let's stop and do the folk part and then go back.
It feels like, so when you listen to Christ, you think like, did that part have to be in there?
Mm-hmm.
You can imagine the song going even better without it. Whereas with Weltanschwang and anything that came after it, to me, like, it feels like if they didn't incorporate that certain instrument or element in that song, it would feel like it was missing something.
Right.
So that's where I feel like they kind of really meshed on this release, and will improve going forward.
I thought, the kind of the sweet sounding keys are now totally gone, and we're just going for sweeping kind of symphonics and the more pagan melodies. Parts of it remind me a lot of like Viking Bathory.
Yeah.
Especially when they do like clean vocals.
I definitely see that, like Hammerheart stuff.
Yeah. I
for sure that vibe. And
I got
Wasp vibes too, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I have another kind of weird interstitial release here. Live in Katowice.
I need to pick that up.
There's a DVD version, and then there's 2 CD versions. This is one of them, and then the other one is like in a digipack.
Yeah.
It is. They characterize it as an official bootleg. It sounds like a decent sounding bootleg. Not, you can hear it, but it's not great. But I just like to have live kind of documentation for bands I like from different eras.
I totally get that.
So this it's only like 45 minutes. We got Black Raven, Weltanschwang, Kolyada, Valkyria, which had not been recorded yet, or not been released yet. Perun Celestial Silver, Hail Be the Heroes, and then Into the Flames of Wooden Churches. I mean, if you can find it, and you're a fan, it's probably worth having, but not essential. Oh, sorry. This the split that they were on, Eastern Hammer, with Graveland, North, and Tim Noser. They each just do one song, and their song is a re-recording of Kolyada.
Where'd you pick that one up?
Jeez, I don't remember. Some distro had it. I don't know. It's on Stellar Winter. I don't remember where I found it, but it was sitting in some distro somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick that up too. Tim Noser is a band that I've tried with, but it's just not clicking with me.
I've got the one album that seems to be available over here. I can't remember the name of it. It's got like a blue cover.
Yeah, that's the one I listened to all the way through, and I'm like, there are parts I'm like, they have the potential to eventually get through to me, but I don't know, it's just not clicking right now. So
That's kind of where I am too. I mean, I didn't hate it or anything, but it didn't really inspire me to go find more.
Yeah. Oh, you got a kitty?
Yeah, Kitty broke in. Door was closed. He was pissed.
All right, yeah, let's crack in. So I got two versions of this.
Nice.
So I already showed this one in one of my recent videos. I can't even remember what the fuck I was talking about. But yeah, I pulled this out. I think it was a response to Anthony ML Miners. But yeah, I got the Oriana. I believe it's a 2016 version of Voice of Steel. And it's a double disc. Comes with a poster, which is hanging on my wall. It's got that big fold-out sword on it.
Nice.
It's got a cover of Knights in White Satin by the Moody Blues, and I actually think they did an amazing job on it. It's got Sky of Satin Nights as well, the early version of it. But yeah, this to me is a perfect album. It's got a really bombastic production to it without being sterile. So I mean, it slams really hard. Valkyria kind of reminds me of like a black metal Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really like mellow midsection and just this bluesy guitar solo that stretches for a good couple minutes. My favorite track by Nokturnal Mortum is Ukraine, which again, killer guitar solo. And I got the from Osmos. If we're gonna compare recordings, I think for anyone that doesn't own this, I would go with the LP version, just because there's on the CD, the song Ukraine. I think the keys are up way too high, especially during the chorus. And the chorus has a beautiful, clean vocal that I want to hear, like over everything else. And I think the keys just overpower it on that specific pressing I have. So if you want to hear it with more clarity and actually more stuff added as well, get the LP version. But yeah, phenomenal album.
Dang it.
What's that?
I don't have it.
You don't have it?
I don't have an LP.
Oh yeah, dude, go grab it. Osmos Productions always has these in stock. I think Hell's even might.
Yeah, it's been one of those. It's been in the cart over and over, and I'm just like, do I want to drop $40 on this album I already have 2 copies of?
Yeah, if this came out in 2022, they'd be awarded the Medal of Freedom.
Oh, okay. Is that the Ukrainian Colors one?
What do you mean, like Ukrainian colors? Oh,
the blue and yellow.
No, I think I just got the standard black.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the black. They have like an Orange Crush version that I wanted that came out the same year. These were pressed in 2019, but no, I just meant because of the song Ukraine.
Oh, okay.
So I was referring to that. Like, if that came out in 2022, man, they'd probably get a Grammy for that.
They'd get a standing ovation in the Canadian Senate.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so I just have CD copies of this, and there's no box of this yet. I'm sure there will be.
I would jump on that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
so
the original pressing, I think I got from Ominous Domain when that came out, and then the one you showed with the Knights in White Satin cover on it.
That was a good cover.
It is good. Yeah.
That album too kind of reminds me of like Moody Blues as far as like the progressive sections without being like too artsy fartsy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's long. I mean, it's what is it, hour and 15 minutes? But
Yeah.
and there aren't many songs, but it doesn't feel long.
Exactly. It feels like it's done in like a good duration that's not just like dragging on.
Yeah.
But yeah, magnificent release. That's my favorite Nocturnal Mortum album.
I was hesitant to say it's my favorite, but it's definitely the one.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. It's the one I like to listen to the most, but so that would be my favorite, right? But I didn't really want to pick a favorite, but
Yeah.
it must be. Yeah, the production on this is amazing, and the songwriting is just at its peak, I think. I really like My Dream Islands. That is one that really stands out to me. Like the Floyd thing you were talking about earlier, with in that one especially, with that kind of bluesy guitar and like old style keyboards. I don't know if that's a Moog, but and Wertherax came back and did some guitar on that one.
He did?
Yeah. Yeah, just as a guest spot. Well, he's back in the band now, but at the time it was just a guest appearance.
Yeah, because they brought in Asterisk on guitars, and then they got a new drummer too.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually like the new drummer more, just because I feel like his playing has probably like a little more. I don't know if like soul is the right word, but it feels more emotive. He's definitely more heavy on the double pedal.
Okay.
Like blast beats. So yeah, I don't know. I think Vargoth and Satirius, I think they're pretty much like the main guys now. So
is Satirius? I thought Satirius left.
Oh, he might have left actually.
He's not. He's not there anymore.
Waltenschwang, actually. I can't remember.
Has him.
I didn't write that one down.
Yeah, 2014. They said he left.
Okay. So yeah, Asterisk, I think, replaced him.
Okay.
Then you got Vrolok on bass.
They're
always.
I can show you that comment.
What comment?
Can you read that down below, Dylan's comment?
The Canadian Senate just sent over $80 billion.
We're doing God's work.
Dude, I was laughing. This is like unrelated, but there was a comment you left on Dennis's video, like his response video to me. I don't know if you remember it, but I was like belly laughing like halfway on my drive home.
I don't even remember what it was.
It was like when he like knocked some dude, like sent some dude flying at a show. He didn't know if he was retarded.
Oh.
You're like, confirmed Dennis screamed a retard. Dude, the fact that he had to censor the freaking word with an asterisk.
Yeah. Well, that's why you and me and Dylan are all going to Rumble after this.
I have a Rumble, but
oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, no one ever. Dude, it's just too much of like an echo chamber.
Oh.
Well, like no one's interested in metal shit on there. I've gotten maybe one comment like in 8 months.
Okay.
So I mean, maybe I should spice up the titles more. I guess. I mean, I probably have the liberty to.
Right.
I might go back on there. I'm logged out, but yeah, I saw an email recently that I did get a comment from like one of my friends. So, yeah, I don't know if he would want to call me want me to call him by name, but yeah, he's showing support on there. But it's like, yeah, he's him and like I think Dylan too. Dylan follows me on there, so Dylan has one.
Okay.
But yeah, it's. If you're not posting about politics, you're kind of just like throwing a side on there. I feel like,
okay.
Yeah.
I just did some brief research, just trying to find like some VC channels or metal channels on there, and I wasn't finding much. So I don't think there's an audience there. We'd have to bring an audience there, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm fine with taking it over if you're down.
I mean, I would unless unless I was removed, I would stay on here too. But I've been
We'll
thinking
see.
about just cross posting them.
We'll see, because I'm starting to get a lot of my comments deleted. So, like, especially if I mention a record label, like if somebody asks, like, "Where'd you get that?" and I tell them, it's like it's instantly
Nope.
fucking unbelievable. So nope, you're not supporting this label. So you know.
Well, I'll throw this up quick. This the live album.
Yeah, I need to get that. I've heard it. It is fucking majestic.
It's awesome. I think the only note I have against it is it sounds like they're playing in Madison Square Garden, and I kind of doubt that there are 20,000 screaming people there. Just the crowd noise sounds a little too uniform and big. But whatever. Most live albums are fake anyway. So, but yeah, the performances are great. And I guess I didn't realize there's actually a DVD of this. I've never seen it, so I need to check that out if I can never find it.
I think it got posted. I think that's why I saw on YouTube.
Oh, it's on YouTube?
I believe so. I saw them play the song Ukraine live.
Okay.
There, the dude, like, I'm like, there's no way they're gonna duplicate this live, and they fucking nailed it. And I'm just like, yeah, it was just mind blowing. So yeah, check it out, man. It should be on there.
Yeah, definitely will.
Around here. I'm out of order. I think I'm out of order here.
Okay. Well,
I lost my where did I put it? Oh yeah, I don't have it on LP. I'll go through my LPs.
Oh, is it this?
It's Verity.
Oh, okay. This came. I'll just do this quick. This came out before Verity. It's the Spirit Never Dies split with Graveland.
Oh shit, yeah.
Definitely worth getting. I think it came out the year before 2016. I think Heritage Recordings. An intro and 2 songs, but they're both pretty lengthy, like 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Much more straightforward heavy metal on this, less of the pagan, which I don't know if I'd like for a whole album, but it's just kind of a neat, different approach. Yeah, both kind of mid-pace. They speed up now and then, but definitely more of an epic heavy metal feeling on this. And a little bit of the Pink Floyd vibes too on the 3rd song, but yeah, worth checking out for sure. All original material on here, no re-recordings or anything.
Okay, yeah. How are you with Graveland as a whole?
They are.
I can't really get into anything beyond like the Celtic Winter.
They're always a band. I feel like if I could hear the music they want to make, that I would like it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I can see what they're going for, but it never translates.
Yeah.
Whether I don't know performance or I don't know what, but and then the same thing on here. These are the Graveland side is super pagan-y way more than Nokturnal Mortum, and long songs, and I don't know. It's kind of there, and it doesn't really connect in any way with me.
Yeah, Rob Darkin's a hell of a musician, but just like his Graveland work hasn't really resonated with me.
No, me either.
They're just kind of like hyped up in that same category as Nokturnal Mortum. Sorry, that was an Amazon guy walking by.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wonder what I got or my wife got. But yeah, I've just never really like gone too much into it. I think there was like that Thousand Swords album too, something like that. I can't even remember what it's called, but yeah, just not a discography I really care to tap into. That's what I was.
I had a bunch at one point and then decided I didn't need them.
Yeah.
Then I rebought some of them, but I think it's probably the ship has sailed. I don't think at this point, if I haven't connected to them by now, I probably won't. But
yeah, there's just too much good shit coming out nowadays anyway.
Yeah, to keep trying on something that's not clicking, I don't know.
Yeah, I've got enough Viking metal with Bathory, and I don't
right.
like half of that. So,
yeah, Steve, I just saw Steve's comment. He lives in BFE, away from the crazy people in America. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm looking to do.
BFE.
Yeah, basically saying Lee lives in the middle of nowhere.
Oh,
away from all the crazies.
Must be fucking nice.
Yeah, I know it.
I mean, I'm on the outskirts myself, but I'm still like close enough to Seattle where like.
Yeah. I'm in a college town, so we got that going on.
Yeah.
It's fine, but once my kid's out of school, I think I'm out of here.
Yeah. Because you're over in Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a little crazy over there.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah,
We tried to kidnap that governor, it didn't work out, but
what's her name again? You don't have to say her name, it's fine.
Big Gretchen Whitmer.
Oh, yeah, she's a piece of work. I'm sorry.
I mean, if they had a few more feds on that kidnapping team, it might have worked out. But
yeah, we won't go too deep into it. We'll let our live stream to stay up. Maybe we'll do this on Rumble.
Yeah, that might be a Rumble conversation.
Yeah, they got live stream on Rumble, right? I'm sure.
I would assume.
Dude, the layout of their site is nice though. I really like their layout.
Okay.
I think it's better.
I haven't really messed with it much.
Yeah, but as far as like if you want an audience, good luck. You're gonna have to basically beg people to go over to you on there.
Okay.
But just future reference. But yeah.
I can still hear you, but I'm gonna duck in the other room for a sec.
Okay. Hey guys. Just showing this while Scott's away from the screen for a bit. We won't dive too far into it. But this is their 2017 release, Verity. Kind of a good follow-up to Voice of Steel. In the same vein, we'll get onto that when Scott comes back. How are you guys doing? I wonder if I could see the comments, actually. We got over 100 comments? 110 comments? Holy shitski. Yeah, Dylan, I agree. AI. Bunch of AI scrubs on Rumble.
Sorry about that.
No problem. I'm just reading the comments. I didn't know that Gordon took off.
Oh yeah, he did.
Took off a while ago. Nice to see. Woohoo!
This is the box that started it all. Sorry, honey, got to order this $100 box set from Ukraine.
Was it a musical hall? I'm assuming.
What's that? Musical hall, yeah.
They're awesome.
They really are. Well, not really surprised, but I just got a new one and it took like less than 2 weeks. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So digibook version. This had poster that's behind me over here.
Yeah.
Shirt.
That's killer.
And some like autographed cards.
Oh, I didn't know it came with those too. Fuck. Well, I'm gonna have to snag that up.
And this one was, I think, $5.55, and so the other ones have been $2.22. So I'm assuming these are still around.
Okay.
Symbols on the back. So yeah, this one. Well, I probably like Voice of Steel more. This is amazing.
I agree, dude.
Just pagan to the max, fully orchestrated. Kind of less metal, I guess, than previous albums, but I think it works really well. Tons of guests, like you mentioned on other recordings, Dulcimer, Bandura violin.
Most guests they've had on an album too.
I think so. Yeah. I did not write down the freaking song titles. What a clown.
No worries. Just let me. Where do you want me to start or stop?
Oh no! I got it. Okay, I got it. Because I can't look because it's all in native tongue.
Same.
Yeah, I think if I had any criticisms of this, I think this one feels a little long. I think they could have shaved it a bit. But I guess as opposed to the other albums, this one feels, I want to say, more regal, stately. I don't know, more like a king than a barbarian. Is how I would describe it. The hit singles, I guess, would be Wild Weregild and Black Honey. I think those are the most accessible songs and kind of the most immediate. But Night of the Gods, fantastic closer. I guess, I could trim a couple minutes here and there, but other than that, it's just a fantastic listen and definitely different from what they've done before, which is always, a band this far into their career. A lot of times you're just kind of rehashing what you've already done, so it's very cool for them to be still exploring and doing different things.
This album kind of gives me like a ritualistic vibe.
Okay, yeah.
Literally like in a circle with I don't know, like a tribe or whatever, big fire, between all of you, and you're going through all these different like rituals and chants or whatever, and each song is kind of like a staple of that ritual. That's where I feel it. It does get a little slow like towards the end. I think that's probably my critique on it. There's certain like it has like a lineup of songs towards the end where it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of like people are gonna get pissed off if I show this album at all. But Autopsy, Mental Funeral, it has like that stack of slow songs. So this sort of has that, but definitely very accessible. But Lyra would probably be my favorite track on here. That's track 9.
Okay.
I love the chorus on that one. It's just like a really triumphant. Like I love like the vocal melody that Vargoth is doing for that chorus, and they must know it's a really good chorus because they do it quite a bit throughout that song. So I think it hooked with them the way it does me.
It's a cover of somebody, right?
Lyra? I don't know if it's a cover. I mean, it sure sounds like one.
Metal Archives has it listed as a cover of Komuvnyz, Komuvnyz. I don't know what that is. Well, I don't think I ever knew that until I was just looking at the page.
Well, that's one of the few covers, I guess, that they knocked out of the park. Or maybe they did a terrible job. I don't know, but their version of it kicks ass.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know. With Chort and My Bosson, which I don't know if I said that right. Track 3, that's probably my favorite on there. That's kind of got like a really nice groove to it. I feel like they have a lot of that throughout the album, just like a really nice mid-pace groove. Mid-tempo hits on the snare, but with double, heavy barreling double bass under it. Like I said, their new drummer is really, really into that double pedal. But I like his intricate patterns that he does, and he'd rather hit other stuff than the snare. Like he's got these weird bells he's hitting, and he's like I don't know how you would like to describe the sound of the cymbals on there, but it's very like I don't know, tribal sounding.
Yeah, I'm horrible at describing drums, but I think you nailed it.
Well. You know what's sad is I was a drummer for 10 years, and I can't name half the shit that I never said I was good at them. I just played them. But, yeah, those are the standouts for me. Night of the God, I wasn't too big on it at first. That song kind of grew on me after a few listens. But the outro to that, just that melody that takes the song out to the end is just like mesmerizing. So it's got like definitely got that climactic build, like something's coming, and they definitely deliver with the result on that. So to me it's a stellar album. It gets shit on a lot, I feel like.
Oh really?
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it. I think because of like the general speed of it. There's not really a whole lot of blasting. So that's
right.
What I want to hear. So, what is the title of the album, lads? It's Verity, Verity.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I typed it down there.
Yeah.
Jason, I think that will, if you're searching for it, that's how it's going to show up. I I actually went and copied and pasted the actual name, but I don't know if that'll do you any good.
Oh yeah, the native tongue name.
Yeah, John, cool. I hope you like them. Yeah, I'll show this quick too. The 22 Years Among the Sheep compilation. So this is also on Heritage Recordings. I don't know if they're still around. They kind of came out and did these 2 Nokturnal Mortum things, and I never heard of them again. But
I know Northern Heritage quite well, but
right, yeah, this was I think this was Polish. Comes with a kind of a book with just pictures of the various lineups and logos, and so this is definitely another collector scum deal.
Yeah.
5-disc set. 3 of the discs are tributes, so cover songs of varying qualities from different bands.
Yeah.
And then the 2 Nokturnal Mortum discs are a lot of album tracks, and then some. There's a new version of Black Moon Overture. There is a live track, some demos. They did re-record Orithania, and Kolyada's on here, but I believe that's the same re-recording from the split they did before.
They just re-recording too, right? Of one of their singles.
What's that? I'm sorry.
They just pumped out a re-recording of one of their singles too, like in the last year, I think.
I think that was the Waltenspang one that's in the box of the album, because I think they released that digitally, right?
I believe, yeah. I don't think there was a physical format released of that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, the only physical version is in the box.
I'll have to grab it.
So you gotta get the box, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this. Oh, the other noteworthy thing I guess on here is as the Steel Ego into Golden Schwarga, the extra song from the Taste of Victory EP is on here. So Either way. And it came with a shirt at the time. I don't know if it's even still available. But...
You said that's the song with like the 5-minute flute.
Yeah.
Do they edit it at all in that?
No, it's full version. You get it. You get all of it.
All right, all the flute. All right. But might as well. All right, so going to another release that people were kind of divided on. I was stoked with the result. So the re-recording of To Lunar Poetry. Well, re-recording of Lunar Poetry, and they called it To Lunar Poetry.
Yep.
I got the disc as well. This is the repress on LP. Yeah, it came out in Heritage. So I'm assuming because this is 2022, so I'm assuming they're still around.
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah.
For some reason, I didn't get the vinyl. I don't know why.
I see it on Osmos quite frequently. The original press goes for a stupid price. Like that immediately started going for over $100. But you could get the repress for like $20-$25.
Okay. That's fine. I don't need OGs.
Yeah, I know. But this is the Oriana digibook. I thought they did an amazing job with the cover art. I can't really decide which cover art I prefer. They both have their own sort of character.
Yeah.
I think I like the color scheme of the original Lunar Poetry probably more. Just that dark blue, but there's a lot more going on. I know art's probably not like a big ordeal for people, but it's one of the reasons I had to get it on multiple formats. But I like what they did with the. I have to read the tracks. Let's go to the original. I get frequent brain fog. Yeah, and Winter Becomes. I like what they did on that. As far as a re-recording, because I feel like the original and Carpathian Mysteries as well kind of sound like 8-bit on the original, like very video game esque. I forgot to mention that with Lunar Poetry. It kind of reminds me of like Castlevania.
Mm-hmm.
So so some of the guitar leads on there sound a bit like 8-bit. I feel like they fixed that on the re-recording. It sounds a bit more like meaty as far as being riff driven. So some of the keys kind of take a back seat as well. But I don't really like what they did with Ancient Nation. Although I mean I still like it, but I prefer the original Ancient Nation. And then Barbarian Dreams, the last track, which is an instrumental that I raved about. I don't like what they really did with that on here too. They kind of metalized it. You know, I preferred it with just the keys and the drums, and then they're adding like distorted guitar on this version. So I don't know.
Controversy. I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, that's all good. That's all good.
Oh yeah, I've got a ghost. The freaking cat. He busted in the first door, and then this other door was closed. So he said, "Fuck that," and he came in. He doesn't want to be on camera though. He's shy.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I don't think they recorded the Celtic Frost cover on here, Steve.
Oh yeah, that's right. I meant to answer him. That's why I put it up there and I forgot. Thank you. So box for this one. And yeah, kind of basic as far as what came. I think this came with a patch that I sent you. I think that was what was in there. Flag, shirt, and then A5 digger book of the album. So yeah, I need this on vinyl.
I would love to have that cover on the shirt.
Yeah, this isn't what's on the shirt. I'm trying to remember what the shirt actually was. But the stupid thing is, man, I get these shirts in these boxes, and then I'm terrified to wear them because I'll never get it. You know, I'll never be able to replace it. And
oh yeah,
it's so stupid though. It's like so what? They're gonna sit here till I'm dead, and my son throws in the garbage. Like, what the fuck? Just wear the shirt. I don't know, but yeah, when I saw this was their new album, I was like, fucking really? We're doing this now?
Yep. That's
but I bought it. Oh, a little story about that. I bought it first week, I think like the first week of February 2022. So if you think about Ukraine in that time frame, it was like a week later they got invaded. And I was like, oh shit, I'm never getting that back.
Oh, the shipping, yeah.
So, but I did. It came. It took about 3 months, but I got it.
Oh, good.
I'm sorry. I'm still experimenting with this freaking trying to change the windows, and then I forget I did it. So,
oh, no worries.
I'm trying to show shit on here in my little postage stamp. Yeah, but I love it, man. It's the full modern production combined with those classic songs. I really like it. There's a richness to it that wasn't in the original. Real instruments instead of like cheap synth versions of them.
For sure. Yeah.
The orchestration is just majestic. They didn't. I don't feel like they rearranged too much, but the playing and the production and everything just takes it to another level. And yeah, I really like what they did with Barbarian Dreams. I think I like the original too, but I really enjoyed the more fleshed out version of it. But I get what you're saying too.
No, I like the re-recording of it. I just, as far as like preference,
yeah, okay.
It's kind of like that with half the tracks. I prefer half the originals and half the updated versions. But I think if you're going to re-record an album, like that's the way to do it. But yeah, I'm really hoping for some new material with that said. Because this reissue.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. But I mean, it's first it was 4 years, then it was 5 years, and then it was 8 years, and now 5 years after the last original album, we got a re-recording. It's like I don't know. It seems like it's slowing down, but
yeah, I mean they're probably doing that like Deceased thing. Remember Deceased, like they haven't put out an album since 2018.
yeah.
They have a new album coming out this year, by the way. It should be out like within a couple months.
Yeah, I think I've heard that. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely be getting them.
Yeah, they had like a full-on covers album, like in between, I think. Crash Times, which I never picked up, but
I got it.
yeah, I'm good.
You don't need it. It's fine. It's good for what it is.
Yeah, I think Nocturnal Mortum's on a really good trajectory right now. So I think they're just, being careful because, Verity had 8 years severance from Voice of Steel, and that panned out really well.
Yeah. Yeah, if they're going to keep putting out albums like this, I don't take the time all the time you need, Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
That was kind of spooky.
That was spooky. My freaking... I was trying a new setup today.
Yeah.
So that I could look at the screen and not look like I was looking totally away from everybody.
Yeah.
And it seems to be falling apart. Here we go. Let's try it.
So that was my end. I probably should have asked this an hour and a half ago.
How was what?
Oh, how was my end? Like, am I making eye contact or am I just kind of...
It looks good to me.
Okay. Yeah, because
Jesus Christ.
DuckDuckGo was letting me do the side screen or the widescreen, and Firefox has other ideas. So I'm going to try to work on the setup for if you ever want to do one of these again.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I definitely want to. We just
yeah. I have a better.
The problem is I know just enough about it for me to get on if nothing goes wrong.
Yeah.
So then when somebody else has a problem, I don't know what to tell them.
No, I think I figured it out now how to get it.
Oh, I wanted to show this because I was super stoked about it. I was hoping it would come before this stream. So this is their new live album. I don't know if you can see the logo is kind of embossed on there.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Okay. So this was recorded 2018 at, I believe, Ragnarok Festival. Comes with a shirt. Comes with a wristband for the concert.
Okay, that's original.
Comes with a bat or like something for your lanyard or whatever. Backstage pass.
I'm trying to remember that other festival because you brought up like Steel Fest. There was another festival they were doing.
Calaverat, is that what it's called?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's the name of this, but it's not in English on here. I think it's Calaverat, something like that.
Yeah.
Which I know they get shit for because they say, oh, well, they said this and that, but they still play these fests with these other, sketchy bands. Well, where the fuck else are they going to play?
Exactly.
No one's going to say, oh, okay, you're forgiven. You can play at MDF. Like, it's never going to happen. So they got to play where they can play.
Yeah. I mean, I assume they make a little money off their music. You'd want to continue to capitalize off of that.
Yeah.
But see, that's what happens when you start banning shit. It comes full circle. Then you,
Yep. Just to show this. So other than all the other stuff in the box, it came with this little thing that is magnetized and has a flash drive in there with the show on it.
That's badass.
And I meant to watch this before the stream to tell everybody about it, but I didn't get to it yet. Yeah. But just based on the pictures inside the book, It's like let me find a big group shot. It looks like there's 100 people on stage. They're all dressed up and got,
live
traditional instruments going, and just looks like an awesome kind of spectacle to see besides the music.
Yeah, they definitely, based on, like I said, what I saw I believe it was from the DVD, what I saw on YouTube. I mean, that definitely looked like a great live show. This is, even aesthetically, was just jaw-dropping, especially like for a black metal band, because it's not like your generic like hanging goat heads on a stake or anything, like nothing cheesy like that. It's just like completely like a kind of like tribal looking. But yeah, that is a band that I would definitely love to travel for at some point before they hang it up. But it looks like I would have to go to Ukraine or Finland for that.
Yeah, I know. I know Steelfest is the one that I thought, well, that's one I've considered.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it'd be a good show no matter what, but I'm just imagining like, all right, I friggin' lay out all this money to go to Steelfest, and then 2 months before Nocturnal Mortum's like, we're not coming. It's like, God damn it. Because I think they did bounce pretty close to the show on one of them during the war, of course, so you can understand. But
for sure. Well, what's that other fest you were talking about? It's kind of like around where you're at. Maybe it's in Chicago. But there's like
Metal Threat.
Yeah, that something happened with that where that got freaking postponed or whatever. See, it's shit like that.
Yeah. Well, that was, I gotta say, man, the people putting that on, I really kind of admire them, because they had it last year at wherever they had it, some bar and grill place. So they're having it this year, and then the owners sold to somebody else.
Yeah.
And then the new owners said, well, they didn't name any names in the post, but they're like, well, you can have it here if you don't book this band and this band. So I'm assuming it was Horna and Destroyer 666.
Yeah.
And they said, fuck off. No, we're not interested in that. And then, but by that time it was too late to nail down another venue for that weekend. So they knocked it back a year.
Oh, so it'll be next year then.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm sure not everyone on the bill will be able to be there for that date, but whatever. I mean, I'm bummed because, it was fairly close to me and I had my hotel all set up, but
yeah.
On the other hand, I like that they didn't cave into the pussies, and because then it never ends.
Yeah, no, I gotta give them credit for that. So hopefully next year will pan out and just doesn't keep getting pushed back. Yeah, we haven't had any festivals like that come my way. I think Autopsy just had one and I missed it. I didn't even know it was going on. But they, I guess, have like their West Coast like festival runs or something like that. But I haven't gone to a live show since Deceased and Bulldozer came through. But which that was a killer show, but it was just like, I don't know, like the lineup top to bottom was solid, but I just felt like this weird, like antsy, like someone's breaking into my car right now, or on Seattle, so there's always like that paranoia when I'm over there. It's like I can't even handle being at a show now, or like I'm getting the $70 ticket for being in the right, because they'll do that shit. Like you park in what you think is the right lot, and then you find a ticket on your car. So I hate the fucking city, dude.
Man, I've had that in Hamtramck. It's a little section of Detroit that is actually really cool. And it's got two clubs that the underground bands tend to go there instead of into the actual city.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty much free parking everywhere, which freaks me out because I'm like, no way. I'm going to get towed. So I park there, and then I keep coming out and checking. Like I'd almost rather just pay $20 to somebody just so I know I can park there.
Yeah. yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. That's like both times I saw Motorhead, they had free parking, but I'm just like, yeah, I'll do the 25. Make sure my car stays here. Did you ever see
Yep.
Motorhead?
One time.
It's worth it just at one time. Man.
Yeah, I wish I'd made the effort to see him more, but they're one of those bands like, they're always around. Like I'll see him again, and then never did.
Yeah, dude, that happened with Necrophagia for me. They came through with Venom Inc. I think it was like 2018, 2017 or something like that. And I'm like, yeah,
I saw that tour.
they just cranked out a new album. They'll be back. And then Killjoy died, and I'm like,
Yep.
so it's it's like one of those freaking things. That's why I want to see, you know, bands like Nocturnal Mortum, because just like you never know when they're gonna. But I'm not traveling all the way to fucking Finland for, you know, a show that's. I mean, who knows what's going on there with the war and whatnot? How far that's going to escalate?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not even. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm. The other one for me is Goat Moon. I'm sure I'll never see. They did play here once. It was a secret show in Chicago.
That was 2016, right?
Yeah.
With BXN, I think was there.
There was some. What was the name of that fest? It's a long name. I don't know. There's some fest in Chicago, and it was like kind of an offshoot of that. But like you had to know somebody, to know where to go. And they played, and I remember I was on Facebook and I saw like pictures of Goat Moon live in Chicago 2016. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I didn't know the right people apparently, so I didn't know about it. But I'm sure it won't happen again.
Yeah, I doubt it. I'm gonna have to try Goat Moon again. That's another one. I've gone a couple of years, and now I'm thinking maybe it's just a band I'm never gonna really get into.
Okay.
Like,
there's a lot of variation between albums too, so it kind of depends where you're jumping in.
Yeah, I heard the new one wasn't well received, really. Like a lot of fans.
I've heard people that I know Matt X Deep Shadows really likes it. Okay. I was a little more mid on it. They put out an EP at the same time that I thought was better.
Yeah,
just kind of depends.
Yeah, I heard the that Stella something. Like Stella Portis.
Oh, Stella Polaris.
Polaris, yeah. I listened to that. I really liked a lot of the melodies on it. It was just like the vocals. Wasn't a big fan of.
Okay.
But yeah, that's another band I want to check out. I mean, the dude was it like Black Moon Desecrators or Go Desecrators or something like that?
I don't know. I'm actually cheating. I'm looking right now. Okay. Black Goat Grave Desecrator. I knew it was Black Goat something.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw a picture of him like with his dick out, and I thought, okay.
I got the 7-inch. You want to see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would say if you haven't heard it, go check out Varyat, or the one with the owl on the cover.
Yeah, I heard Finnish Steel Storm is like the one to go to.
That too. I would say that too.
Like more raw, more like primitive, whatever. But yeah, I'll check more of his stuff out. There's a lot of stuff that Maddox Deep Shadows is showing too that I'm just not really like up to date with. That dude I'm happy for him, man. I'm just
man, he's blown up. It's awesome.
Yeah, if he ever sees us, I'm fucking stoked for that guy.
Yeah, and I'm lucky if I know two of the things he shows, so it's like I'm getting schooled every time too.
Yeah. There was he was showing that man. I don't even know if I could say the name of the band on here. It starts with Einsatz.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that stuff is definitely solid. I need to pick that up. If you're ever on the search for that, I think Hell's Headbangers has that too.
Okay.
as well. So I think the new album is on there as well as the compilation.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, son of a bitch.
Yeah,
That Voyeur is out. Sorry.
Nah, you're good, man. Yeah,
I'm using my phone as a webcam, and I didn't shut the shit off.
Oh yeah, no, I'll make sure to definitely be more prepared next time. Just like,
it was a combination. I don't know what happened, man, because
I think it might have been just my volume button. I think maybe I just had to turn the volume button up. Now that I'm thinking.
That might have been it. And then I was screwing around with these, and then that changed settings somehow. I don't know, but whatever. We did it. People don't seem to hate me, so that's all right.
How many people do we got in the?
We I think we're at like 10 at some point. We got 4 left. We ran them all off.
Oh, okay. Well, good to see. I think Steve says he has 5 cats. That's crazy, man. Good for you, dude.
Yeah, see. Steve's still in here. John, I think, still in here. Jason's still in here. But yeah, I appreciate everybody hanging and dealing with my unprofessional nonsense. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Yeah, it was fun, Trevor. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for bringing me on, dude. It was an honor to see your message. Like, hey, you want to do a live stream? Because I don't think what I do is that interesting. So it was like pretty nice to.
I don't think what I do is either, but
no, we have to do like a live stream about wrestling sometime because I have a lot of grievances to air out.
Okay, all right.
With who? I don't want to be too much of a dick. I just I would prefer a different champion. Is all.
For who?
Was he carrying the Damien's got the World Heavyweight Championship, right? Because I like
the fake one, yeah.
I like him in that I actually predicted that outcome. So I was telling my wife this is what's going to happen, and she's not really a big wrestling fan. So when we were watching it kind of play out during WrestleMania, she like looked at me like, yeah, dude, you fucking cashed it in. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Cody Rhodes.
Oh, okay.
I just the scripted delivery is just getting a little tiresome. So
okay.
But yeah, well.
See, I don't even watch. I always duck in for WrestleMania, but this year I didn't. I was like, what are you doing, man? I hate watch it. So I didn't.
Yeah, I'm not as into it as I was during the Attitude Era. So, but it'd be something to talk about, maybe like reminisce about older guys like, Raven or something like that. So, but yeah, man, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was fun.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching, putting up with us.
Yeah, thanks everybody. I really appreciate it. Next time I'll try not to make us 20 minutes late.
Yeah. Likewise. And yeah, just I'll try to reach out to you about a band, or if you got a band to throw at me to discuss.
Oh, okay, cool.
Always down. So
sounds good, man.
All right.
All right. Clear, Trevor.
Bye.